Most people treat debt like poison. But the wealthy? They treat debt like a money-making machine. There's a $30 trillion strategy hiding in plain sight. A loophole so powerful that it turns borrowing into wealth. And the crazy part? You don't need to be a billionaire to start using it. Today, the loophole gets exposed. The real difference between the wealthy and everyone else isn't how much they borrow. It's what they borrow for. Middle-class debt? Cars, vacations, furniture, gadgets. All dropping in value the moment you buy them. Wealthy debt? Stocks, real estate, businesses, assets that grow while they sleep. In a single year, American billionaires borrowed over $1 trillion. Not because they were running out of money, but because the math is unbeatable. They borrow at 1 to 2% interest and invest that borrowed money into assets returning 7 to 10%. Borrow cheap, grow fast, profit endlessly. That's the game. Here's where the strategy becomes unstoppable. Imagine a wealthy investor holding $100 million in Samsung shares. They don't need to sell anything. They don't need to touch their portfolio. The bank looks at their holdings and says, "We'll lend you up to $50 million using your Samsung stock as collateral." No questions. No tax event. No selling shares. They walk out with tens of millions in cash, while their Samsung stock keeps growing quietly in the background. This technique has a name: securities-backed lending. And it's one of the most powerful financial tools ever created. Because it lets the wealthy unlock their money without ever giving up the assets that make them wealthy in the first place. Meanwhile, the middle class also borrowed over $1 trillion that year, but at interest rates over 20%. For things that lose value before the first payment is even due. They're borrowing expensive money to buy depreciating assets. The math drags them down every single month. The wealthy follow 3 simple steps. Buy assets that rise in value. Borrow against those assets. Never sell. Ever. Legal. Efficient. And built for generational wealth. Larry Ellison owns tens of billions in Oracle stock. He doesn't sell it, because selling means taxes. Instead, he borrows at around 2%, and uses loan money to buy jets, islands, yachts. And his assets keep compounding untouched. Elon Musk did it too. He borrowed billions using Tesla stock as collateral, then bought Twitter. Loans built empires, while his stock kept growing in the background. Compare that to the average family. Wealth, under $500,000. Credit card interest, 20%. Wage growth, barely 0.5% a year. High interest. Low returns. Almost no appreciating assets. That equation can't create wealth. It destroys it. Banks compete to lend to the wealthy. Why? Rich people offer collateral. Collateral means low risk, low interest, guaranteed repayment. The system is designed for asset owners. Here's the final trick, and it's the sneakiest of all. When wealthy people pass away, their heirs receive those assets with a stepped-up basis. Meaning, all the taxable gains vanish. Billions handed down. Zero tax bill. That's the masterstroke. While consumer debt hits all-time highs. Car loans, credit cards, personal loans. People use them to buy things collapsing in value. Meanwhile, the wealthy borrow more than ever. Against assets that climb year after year. Same planet. 2 very different games. The lesson isn't avoid debt. It's use debt the way the wealthy do. Buy assets first. Borrow second. Never borrow for things that don't make you money. Debt is a trap for most. but a tool for those who understand it. Wealth begins the moment you shift from borrowing to consume, to borrowing to grow.